cancel Roland Martin. We need to cancel Steve Harvey. We need to cancel Plass. Everybody who tried to lead us into a burning building. We are Chicago Red. We are all over the media, all over everywhere. See, this is what we are going through, telling our story. Jessica Jackson telling how the Democrat Party is stealing people's property. Zoe Lee, time and time again, we have been on every council meeting talking about showing how the Democrat Party, especially in Chicago, is stealing black people property, how they're putting all these illegals in our neighborhood, pushing us out of our homes, and giving them all the resources, all on the backs of trying to tax us.
Shout out to black people. We need to cancel every black sellout that was yelling at us, talking down to us, talking crazy to us, getting paid to do it, trying to lead sheep to slaughter. Yeah, she's saying cancel Ricky Smiley, cancel D.L. Hughley, cancel Steve Harvey, Roland Martin, Plies, Uncle Luke, Charlemagne. She's saying stop listening to any of these people who clearly showed they're standing against the interests of black people and with the establishment. We're going to jump into it, but first,
vote for these people, but we have to suffer the consequences of people who vote just blue no matter who. We got to suffer the consequences of their actions and their uneducated actions because they choose to use identity politics and because they choose to use race to get people in office, all while knowing that they're not qualified and knowing that this is going to be the detriment to the black community. Now, Roland Martin prides himself on being a black journalist and having a black news, a black journalist and whatever, a media company, black media company.
Yeah, and Roland Martin's media coverage can't be trusted because he was bought and paid off. He was paid $350,000. The next thing you know, he was sitting down with a cosplaying chameleon asking a bunch of softball questions. Then Al Sharpton, the potato head, did the same thing. He got $500,000 from the city girl president. Then the next thing you know, he was doing some elementary interview with her on MSNBC. The jig is up. If you needed any more proof on these sellouts, well, there it is.
D.L. Hughley pride himself on being a black man with a black radio. Steve Harvey. Now, Chicago Flips Red have been in the meetings. We have been going. Everybody has been going viral from just us going and showing what we are going through. We have been going viral, and everybody from the YouTubers, number one YouTubers, the Fox News, all the news station, they're covering us. Ask me this. You all don't find it strange that not one, Roland Martin, you on YouTube, not one of these people have asked Chicago Flips Red to come and talk about what's going on. We are black people talking about black issues, talking about what's really going on in our neighborhood, talking about everything we are going through far as being taxed out of our homes. Our homes are being taken, stolen, and they're putting illegals all in our neighborhood, pushing us out. This is what we have been screaming. This is what we are shouting on the rooftop. This is what we are fighting for. We have an idiot Mohawk wearing Mayor Brandon Johnson who don't care. Yes, he's black and he's a Democrat. And he don't care nothing. He's a dictator. He don't listen to the people. He don't care what the people want. All while raising our taxes, trying to raise our taxes, advocating, pushing, trying to raise our taxes. Do you see any one of those people I just named? Have you heard any one of them say anything? Have you heard any one of them cover it? Have they even asked to speak to us to see what's really going on in our neighborhood and see what's going on? It's a bunch of black faces complaining about different things. Why they not interested? You are so pro-black and you into the black media and all that. You are for the black people. Why ain't none of y'all interested in what's really happening to the black community and what's really happening to black people?
Really good point. Why is it that we don't see the so-called black traditional media supporting black people in Chicago? They're supposed to be the voices of black America. Then the Breakfast Club, every single morning, poisoning black women, black men, black children with their feminist ideology, their obvious LGBT agenda, their destructive, violent, and nasty streetwalker music. Pure devils, acting like they're speaking for black people. But all they do is invite mentally deranged bootlicks up there like Angela Stell Rybread. And she should be ashamed of herself, doing all that crying and pulling her hair out over a political party. And then wonder why competent black people don't rock with her. No, nobody's rocking with a bunch of deranged fools. You're so emotional and delusional, you can't be trusted. You don't have sound judgment. But yeah, how come they didn't invite this sister in Chicago Red up there to the Breakfast Club? Why are you ignoring them, Ricky Smiley, D.L. Hughley, Steve Harvey? Remember, Steve Harvey used Chicago to come up in the talk show business, but he can't stand up for the people of Chicago when they're being taken advantage of and pushed out? Talking about Q's run the radio. Well, where y'all at to support these black people right here? All these people do is steal from black people, use black people to make millions. And because they're also black, they're able to slide through because they know the culture, they know us. I'm telling you, a bunch of backstabbers. But they use us to gain fortune and fame. Then once they get into position, they use the power given to them to program black people into accepting this disgusting abuse from them and their paymasters. This woman is 100% correct. Why are y'all not interviewing her? But you invite Dollar Tree mop buckets up there all day, a bunch of feminists, a bunch of losers, destroying the minds of black men and black children. Ultimately, a part of the program that's promoting the destruction of the nuclear family in the black community. Y'all have no problem platforming these feminists and these sellouts, especially the political ones.
Everybody covering it, everybody showing it, trying to shine a light. But no, the black media, the so-called black people who pushed us hard to vote for Kamala, they silenced. They haven't said anything. They haven't even covered it. They haven't even talked about it. Y'all don't find that suspicious. Y'all don't find that just, hold on. These are black people. All these are black people having real black issues, going through these and going through these things in a black neighborhood. These are people who not on welfare. These people are working class, people who own their homes and they have been stolen and taken. And you mean to tell me everybody is covering this? They are all on social media, all on X, everywhere. And you mean to tell me you all won't talk about it, won't even cover it, won't even mention it? This is what I'm telling you. They do not care about black people. They get paid to sell you out. They know that the Democrat is not in the best interest of black people. They know this, but they don't care about you. Only thing they care about is keep getting their bed, so they can take their kids and they can be and their family can be in those gated communities. Their family can go to those schools that the white kids that they tell you is racist that go to. You know, the white people that they tell you is racist, half of them live around them. They kids.
Just like Roland Martin, we're going to get into a video of what he said, trying to race bait the peoples once again that they done already lost. And here he come up here with this old ancestor shit. Let's go, Queen.
Go to school with those white racist people. Their kids marry half of those white racist people. So the people that they keep telling you don't want you and don't vote for them and they don't care anything about you, they live around them. Their kids go to school with those white racist people. Their kids marry half of those white racist people. So the people that they keep telling you don't want you and don't vote for them and they don't care anything about you, they live around them. Their kids go to school with them.
For nothing. They live good, eat good, vacation good. And how do they afford all these luxuries? Off the backs of black people. They are paid to run a steady diet of delusion, destruction, and degeneracy every single day on their programs to keep us deaf, dumb, and blind.
They go to the parties with them. They marry them. So this is what these people are. This is who they are. They don't care about black people. They only care about getting paid. Using the black struggle or the black plight. They don't care. If they did, they would be saying, hey, what's going on with y'all? Why y'all doing that to our black community? What's going on? Our black people down there talking. Hey, let's come shine a light on what's going on. Crickets. They don't care. So, this is what we need to do. Not only are we putting the Democrat Party in a timeout and in a corner for about 20 to 30 years, these sellout people, we need to put them in a corner and time out for about 20 or 30 years until they realize, don't you ever play with the American citizens and don't you ever play with the black citizens. Until you tell the truth, until you cover things that's really happening with black people and in the black community, if you don't want to say nothing because you don't want to say, then shut up. Don't try to get us to vote to vote our own demise. Stop doing that. That's who we need to cancel. The Joy Reeves, the Roland Martins, the Steve Harveys, the D.L. Hughley's, the class, cancel. Until y'all stop leading black people into a burning building when y'all...
Into the slaughterhouse, goddammit. Talk your shit, Queen. Talk your shit.
Know that this is not good for us. This is what we own, y'all. This is what we need to do.
And Joy Reid is another one. It's time to throw her out too. And Plies. He's been fake and phony. Plies was never as dumb as he portrayed himself to be. He's been playing dumb for 20 years. And for those who really know him, you already know what he's been doing. Years ago, he was talking about Goon affiliated. Maybe Goon related, but never affiliated. Plies been a fraud. And he's not the only one. All of these bought and paid for frauds, they're all using the plight of black people to maintain their lifestyle while undermining our real issues at the same time. Tamika Mallory, she's another one. Angela Rye, Joy Reid, Sunny Hostin. All of these bootlegs, and I'm not even gonna get on Sunny. Like, lady, you come from slave masters. You really owe reparations. While she's on The View every day cosplaying as Harriet Tubman Jr. All of these bootlegs and sorority sisters that's been using black people and black identity to get to the top, they love playing like they're the spook who sat by the door when they're really nothing but a bunch of backstabbers. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Why is it that the so-called black media have zero interest in what's going on with the people in Chicago? Why are they not discussing this? Tell me what you think about it below.
Listen to this clown, ladies and gentlemen. That's all he is a clown. Now he want to play the race game, the race card. After RFK was telling black people how to not be victims of racism. Now let's listen to this house nigga, boule ass nigga that was trying to sell us out during the election. Now he want to talk all this black descendant ancestor talk. When you should have been talking that for reparations, you fat bastard. Let's go.
And accept that kind of bullshit?
Ooh.
We're supposed to sit here and tolerate this ignoramus trying to tell black people, folk who are the descendants of people of African descent, who were kidnapped and taken from Senegal, from Ghana, from Sierra Leone, and other African nations, and transported across the Atlantic and dropped off in Brazil, in Jamaica, in Haiti, in the Dominican Republic, all across the Caribbean before arriving here. The millions that died in the transport, and then those that came here and were savagely beaten and treated and shamed and degraded. Black women who had babies cut out of their womb. Black men who had their penises cut off. Do we need to describe what white folks did?
Now he all of a sudden he want to talk this old black power shit, but motherfucker wasn't talking black power during the election. He was too busy trying to sell his own peoples out. Should have been talking like this during the election, you old house nigga. For reparations.
In America, to the body of Nat Turner, where his entire body was mutilated and held up like a trophy? Do we need to talk about 300 black people dying in Tulsa in 1921? Do we need to talk about the Red Summer of 1919? Do we need to talk about the savage brutality in Wilmington, North Carolina? Should we talk about the constant bombings and beatings and lynchings that took place? Should we talk about the group of black soldiers who killed white folks in Houston for how they were being treated? We can go on and on and on and on and talk about Rosewood. We can go all across this country. And this son of a bitch has the audacity, the unmitigated gall to sit in front of a group of black people and explain to them how in the hell we should equip our boys and girls to be resilient, Real simple, Dr. Kennedy. Fuck you.